Everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing a reaction and review for the second trailer for Thor Ragnarok. Of course, Comic-Con is happening and everything's just crazy. Right? I guess technically it's happened because it's Monday now. It's the weekend is crazy. For me, currently, it's still happening because I got to catch up on everything because I couldn't watch and I couldn't do any of my videos, over the weekend. So it's basically like officially wrapping up now for me as I go through like my list of videos. But gonna kick things off here with Thor Ragnarok. Of course, we have the first. Well, I guess this is technically the first official trailer. I just saw the title, Thor Ragnarok official trailer. But we had the first trailer, which was also like 2 or something minutes long, if I remember right. That was a fairly decent sized trailer to me. But I loved it. I thought it was a great first trailer. I'm super excited for this. The color palette is awesome. It's more upbeat and it's, as everyone said, it's going towards the Guardians of the Galaxy style. But I'm excited to get into this and kind of just go through all the new stuff that's going to be coming out for this film, new stuff that's introduced in this trailer, and talk about some stuff like I've seen the poster, things like that. So we'll talk about all of that after we go through this. I'm just going to assume, pretty awesome trailer because it's based on the first one. I don't see how it could get worse. So there you go. I already like the music.
So much has happened since I last saw you. I lost my hammer, like yesterday, so that's still pretty fresh. And then I went on a journey of self-discovery.
See, that makes me wonder how long he's there. When he says like a journey of self-discovery, how long was he in that place before getting sent here to, of course, fight against the Hulk? This is like pure 70s. I love this shot. They had it a little bit in the first one, and it's just so cool. Still kind of a dick. He learned a little bit, but kind of dickish. Like, that's great.
I need to stop her here and now to prevent Ragnarok, the end of everything. So I'm putting together a team. Like the old days.
The Hulk looks a little different.
This is such fun.
I'm curious how much of a hero Loki's going to be this time around. Well, that's cool.
He's a fighter.
That's Carl Urban, which is insane to me. And maybe it's just me, but that ship makes me think of, oh, that was a great shot. That's cool too. This ship makes me think of Captain Marvel because it's like blue, red, and gold. Ooh. Okay, the God of Thunder, I like that. I am very curious, exactly where that comes from.
Just a couple of hot-headed fools. Yeah, same. Hulk like fire, Thor like water.
Yeah, talking Hulk, I like that.
Like fire. Hulk like raging fire, Thor like smoldering fire.
Oh, that's freaking sweet. Yeah, that's a good freaking trailer. That's really nice. Everything about that I liked. The music is really good. I think the biggest thing, of course, when the first trailer came out, it was kind of like, okay, it's going that Guardians of the Galaxy route and stuff. And then you see this trailer, and it's like, this is more going, Guardians of the Galaxy has that sort of 70s, 80s feel because of the way they use the music. This has a strictly 70s feel based off of what I'm seeing. Like, in the first trailer, it was like, okay, they're doing, Guardians of the Galaxy thing. We just kind of assume that. And then this is like, oh, no, they're not just doing like, oh, let's be upbeat and like Guardians of the Galaxy funny. This is like, let's use music from the 70s and use like synthesizers and, like that sort of thing. So, styling from the 70s for sure. Like the poster I mentioned where it's all symmetrical and stuff. It's like very colorful and, cool. And I like that idea. It's not just cool and upbeat like Guardians of the Galaxy style. It's different. It's a 70s synthesizer music and definitely Guardians of the Galaxy-esque for sure. Like the scene, I don't know all the characters yet, but the woman when she's fighting and like the ship behind her is like shooting up fireworks. I assume that it's supposed to be exploding, but it's just like super cool and it looks like fireworks. I'm like, okay, that's definitely something I would think of. That makes me think of Guardians of the Galaxy. But then you have other stuff that's definitely very Thor-like. Like, you have Hela going into Asgard and just ripping the place apart. Whatever that sequence is, I don't know if that's supposed to be her in hell or purgatory, because what they show at the end with Hulk, I would assume that's him actually in hell with everything. But, and they don't show us any sequences from the first trailer, or at least not that first part of the first trailer, where he's, Thor's like wrapped up in chains and stuff, which is probably what ties in the scene with Hulk, at the end of this trailer. That's probably like Hulk and the rest of the heroes coming to rescue Thor at the very end there. But it was like, okay, I don't know what they're showing with that, with Hela and, the woman, she's on like a bunch of people on Pegasus, however you're supposed to say that, and she's like throwing blades at them. It's like just her, but she can like control these blades, and I assume that was her like during the end, closer to the end of the trailer, and she's like spinning in the air, and like blades are like shooting out of her like a porcupine or something crazy, and I'm like, that looks amazing. Like everything they show when it's her in like this crazy sort of smoky landscape is so good, and it's crazy how it looks, because like clearly everything looks super CG, but it's like done in the perfect way, because I'm pretty sure it's meant to do this, but it looks like angelic paintings and stuff, like the way they do the rays from the sun, and you have like the heroes coming down on winged horses and stuff, and you have the villain like throwing up like dark blades and all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, that looks like a painting in motion, which I think is the point. So the fact that it's all CG, even like, and that's from like small clips, and it looks great to me, even though it's super CG. I'm like, that looks beautiful to me. So I can only assume that I'm gonna like it more when we get to see like that full scene in motion, because I'm just wondering, like, is that early in the film? Like, do the characters know each other, or is it later in the film after they decide to attack her? What's the case? So I'm just looking forward to exactly how all that's supposed to play out. The stuff with Loki, I mentioned, like, I'm very curious when whatever's going to happen with him. I assume at some point he's going to be like, yep, check it out, I'm a villain. Um, I guess at this point, I don't know, but spoilers for Doctor Strange if you haven't seen it. But they do explain something in there in the Doctor Strange film, because Thor does show up and they talk to each other, and they reference the fact that they know Loki has taken over for Odin. They don't know where Odin is, he's just missing, and Loki has taken over Asgard. So the fact that they referenced that when it was in Doctor Strange, that answered a huge question for me going into this film, because I was like, are they going to know? Because it's going to be, so many years have passed. They're going to do at least a couple years to keep up with, when the movies come out. So it's like, all right, well, are they going to know that Loki took over for Odin, or what's going to happen there? And they kind of revealed that in Doctor Strange, where it's like, yes, we know, Thor himself even knows that Loki has taken over for his father, and they don't know where his father is. So I love the fact that we're going to get those answers. It's not going to even be a reveal for Thor. It's like, nope, that's already happened somewhere in between. We might get a flashback to it where he first found out, but that's not going to be like the whole movie leading up to, holy crap, he just found out this revelation. He's going into the movie, he already knows. So we might get that with him and Doctor Strange. Maybe that's in the beginning. Maybe that's where he starts off, with Doctor Strange helping him out, and they can't beat Hela because it's like, Doctor Strange, as far as, the cinematic universe is concerned, he's still learning. He's still young in terms of his abilities and stuff. So maybe, the two of them working together could make it work. And something happened, Doctor Strange got banished, whatever. And that's why it just ended up with Thor and Hela. So I'm looking forward to how that's going to work out, and what they're going to do with Loki, and what random moment he's going to decide to be evil again, and, that sort of thing, and what they're going to do with that ultimately. But really looking forward to this. Of course, we have Hulk talking, which is always super awesome. That's just one of my favorite things. Like, it makes me think of, unfortunately, I always think of this, but Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, when that, before it got canceled, before they did like the new line of Marvel shows, Hulk, it was just Hulk. Like 90% of that show was Hulk. Like, Bruce Banner was hardly in it outside of like being in the mirror reflection. It was mostly Hulk. Like, it was Hulk all the time, and it was just him talking, and it was super awesome. Like, I love that show for that, and they do it now too. But I think he talks like way more than he did even in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Excuse me. So very excited to see that in this version, and really exactly how that's going to start playing out, and the fact that they introduce it. Of course, his whole outfit is World War Hulk and all, all that stuff. So, Planet Hulk and everything. So we'll see how that ultimately plays out and how they transition into that in the future. Because you have Talking Hulk, you don't just put that away forever. So I am excited to see where that goes. But ultimately, really great trailer. Very excited to see this movie. Love the color palette for it. It just looks really good. It's very different. Looking forward to seeing how they utilize the other characters. Like the only person we've seen so far, I can't even think of his name, but Idris Elba's character. We see him, but we haven't seen like Sif, and that's like the only other person I can actually remember. I can't remember like the other characters' names or anything, but we don't really see them in the trailers just yet. But I assume that they have to be somewhere. I don't think they'd kill all these characters off. So I am really looking forward to how that's about to play out. Can't wait to see just how everything works out in the end. What references we'll get to other parts of just the Marvel universe as a whole. What's going to happen with the ending with him coming down and he has his powers. Does he get his hammer back? Is it reform? This probably won't happen, but Beta Ray Bill, that would be sweet. Don't think I would love that. I would really love that, especially with it being like sort of Planet Hulk. Like that would there would be so many people that go crazy if they did a Beta Ray Bill moment. I just don't think that'll happen, but that would be nuts. But I'm very excited for this. Of course, would love to know what you guys thought about this first official trailer, even though that first one seriously was. I remember it had to have been like 2 or 3 minutes long, but trailers are just weird these days. Everything's like it's like a 5-minute teaser trailer, and the first official one will be like 10 minutes. You never know. But would love to know what you guys thought about this trailer. Are you more excited? Maybe less excited? What are you looking forward to seeing? What are you hoping to see as far as references to the rest of the universe, things like that? So please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.